not only did I have 8 fully finished objects, I have a finished object. If you watch me on Instagram, it's no surprise. For Christmas, my best mate, Nikki Noodle, sent me a Brenda Gervais chart, Redbird sampler, and fabric, the Zweigert cream, which is lovely, 36 count I used, and the called for threads. Now the Weeks Dye Works, the O's, Oilcloth, Oscar, and Olive, were very hard to find. And so I got a message on Instagram. I'm gonna have to list your name in the description box. I didn't look it up beforehand, who sent them to me. She sent me a message because I showed the video saying I wanted to stitch it, but I needed those. She said, I'm going out shopping, I'll pick them up for you. How nice. How nice are stitchers, right? Oh, hold on. I can look it up. If I can find the book. No, I don't know where my book is. Sorry. But look at this. I mean, look at it. Look at this. Look at this. I love this is going to get hung in here forever. Like, even after we redecorate, it's going to go up here. Because I love these colors. I'm thinking I'm going to paint in some kind of variation of this on the walls. I don't know, growing up, we had white everywhere. My parents wouldn't let me hang posters or anything. They were so mean. And so I just had white walls everywhere. So I always want color. Now this color that's on the walls right now, I'm getting sick of it. I didn't pick it, my husband did. And it was okay at the time, and now I'm like, that was gross. But look at this. I love it. I'm going to frame it myself. I'm going to go on Etsy and find some framers. Olivia B just put out a video and listed some Etsy framers. So I'm going to go shopping for a frame. Because I know how to pin. I've never laced before, so maybe I'll do that. Great tutorials out there from Teresa Kitten Stitcher and Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, Liz. They have great tutorials, so it is possible to do your own framing. Oh, and Abby, Bella Stitch, I think. Is it you, Abby? Because you're like tool woman. You have tools. You have like a tool belt and you work on things. And no, it's not Abby Bella. Someone else cuts up frames. You do other things, Abby. Maybe you do that too. I don't know. Anyway, if you know who it is who cuts up the frames, please put their information below and share it with everybody. Oh, okay. I was really excited to film this on Wednesday, and I can't remember what happened Wednesday, but I didn't get a chance. And then Thursday we lost power because we had a snowstorm. We hardly ever lose power, but still, my hair was not done. I didn't have a blow dryer. Hello. So I didn't film then. And then Friday was yesterday, and we had to go pick up my car. Thankfully, I didn't need a new tire. Just needed to be the hole needed to be plugged up or whatever. So anyway, that's why I have been building up to record this, because I have so many things that I wanted to share with you. So that's why I'm all a gag and is that a word? A gag? A Twitter? I don't know. I'm just excited. Excited to visit with you. Look at my January book days. Ooh, we went with the cat theme. Duh. This is for you, Kathy. By the way, Kathy Taz, I'll link her. Kathy Taz, I don't remember her Instagram handle, but she loves getting cat pictures and cat videos, so make sure you tag her. I'm evil. Yes, you know Kathy from the Who Wore It Better segment. Okay, so I filmed my FLOSSTUBE number 16 on January 7th. That was a live. That was fun. And I said I was going to work on Houses of Hakron Hollow that evening. And I did, but not many stitches. So I don't even have it here to show you because I didn't make much progress. In fact, my plan for 2022 was to work on Houses of Hakron Hollow every Friday, and we've had 2 since then. And I have not worked on Houses of Hakron Hollow on Friday. So therein lies the problem with making plans. So, what did I work on since my last FLOSSTUBE, you're asking? Redbird Sampler was pretty much it from January 8th through January 15th. January 15th, I had a new start. What did I start, you ask? I started Two Skinny Dogs by Shakespeare's Peddler, also known as Teresa Kitten Stitcher. And I started it with my best mate, Nikki Noodles, which is appropriate because it's living in a Nikki Noodles bag she made for me. Someday I'll be able to mail stuff to Australia if we get through this mail crisis because of COVID. This is the pattern, and that looks pretty good. I don't see much of a glare. I showed this last time, I think, in my haul, and I had wanted to buy this so many times and just didn't. You know, you have those patterns that you love, and for some reason you don't buy them, and then another time you see a squirrel and you're like, oh, I'll buy that right away. There's really no rhyme or reason to it, at least with me. I don't know about you. That's how it is with me. Here are the called for flosses. Quite a mess. Here, let's take off Redbird from this. Here are the flosses. And, oh! Warning, this is not making a political statement, but who is keeping my flosses company? Justin. Gwyneth, curling stone cross stitcher. The Instagram names get me all confused, but you all know Gwyneth. Curling stones and cross stitching, I think. And the Olympics are coming up, and she's going to explain curling to all of us. But she made this and another cabochon of Justin for my birthday. Excuse me. Okay, I'm finished. That was weird, wasn't it? Oh, shut up, Betsy. Show us what you've done. Okay. This is stitched on. Okay, I have to look at my book to tell me. 40 count platinum, that's what I went with. I went with stash. And the threads were all called for. So, now, obviously, I am not a zoologist or a botanist. I say that obviously because I never get animals right. And I put up a picture on Instagram of this and said, ooh, I have a bee. It's not a bee. It's a butterfly. Starts with B. And now I'm seeing this. I need to work on that and get a little more progress done. How far are you, Nikki? Nikki, we need a video. Just saying. That's really why I'm doing this today, to get Nikki to do one. Because she wants to be just like me. So I love it. I love platinum, I love 40 count. It's just a plain Zweigart, not hand dyed or anything. And when you're on a budget, those are great. Those are absolute. I was exchanging messages with Jan Hicks last night, and we're talking about, you know, retirement. I am thinking of, oh, now that I'm 60, retirement looks pretty good. But yeah, I'd have more time, but I wouldn't have money. So Jan's advice was to acquire Stash Now, and it would be like a 401k. I think that's a good idea. What do you all think? But seriously, the Zweigart, they're not hand-dyed, and they're a lot less expensive than the hand-dyed fabric, and I think they're lovely for a lot of stitching. And if you want to dye them yourselves, go for it. I'm not allowed in the kitchen to make a mess. I'm only allowed there to clean up, so no hand-dyeing for me. Okay, so that was a new start on Two Skinny Dogs on the 15th of January. So then I worked on that for a few days. Then I worked on Red Sampler again until I finished on the 21st of January. Then on January 22nd, for three and a half days, I worked on this. Trying to find, oh, and I'm sorry, my printer was kind of wonky, but this is I Am No Bird. This was Black Sampler November stitch along that I was somewhat successful. I did a lot of stitching on this in November, but I didn't finish it up. So my goal is to finish this in February. Tell me if you think I can do it. Oh, I know, all you Pollyannas are gonna say, you can do it, go Betsy. I know, but I want realists. Do I need more lipstick? I think I do. When I talk, I wear it out. Here is I Am No Bird. And what I did was I finished up the border. I had all of this to do, plus half of the lady. So I finished the lady. I don't know if she's the lady or not. I finished the woman, and I finished the border. And I am using, I'm gonna look before I say it, because we all know how I like to make things up. There's Hamilton with her little flower crown. I love it. So I still have the motifs here and then the house, which will be fine. So this will come out again in my rotation, in my whip rotation. I am using Leo and Roxy, I knew that, but I wanted to make sure I got the name right. Chalkboard is the color, which is, you need a lot. I'm doing one over, did I say what I'm using on this? I don't think I did. And let's see if I can find it in my old book of days, which is coming apart. I brought this so I could try and remember things. 40 count affogato by Fabric on a Whim. So it's 1/2. And here's the floss with this. So I think if you're going to use 2/2, talk to the Leo and Roxy people or Caroline at Evertote and find out if you are going to need more. But it called for 3 skeins for this. Or Jacob, the designer, Modern Folk Embroidery. I have so many of his designs that are whips that I want to finish and start. There's one I want to start, but time, you know, you have to, I don't know. I've tried those wheels, but then I just end up I keep spinning it until I get what I want. That kind of defeats the purpose. All right, so I Am No Bird, I Am No Bird. Then I had to go back to Peacocks in the Garden, which is in the bag that Laura got me for my birthday. And this is the Laura's big birthday sal that I'm doing. I'm not doing Elizabeth Isles. I had to be different, but Laura said I could because she's awesome. And these are the silks, NPI silks. Ooh. They feel so good in the cellophane. This chart, y'all, I know I rave about it, and y'all are gonna think Ellen Chester, the designer, is paying me, and she's not. She did give me the chart, but she gave me the chart after I saw it. She wasn't trying to buy my opinion. She knew I loved it, and she gave it to me, because that's who Ellen Chester is. She's a lovely person. Look at that. The quality of this chart. It's printed on parchment. Details. I'm not passing this chart on. I'm keeping it because it's an heirloom. But I really believe that. I believe that. So I stitched 3 more motifs on this. And this is on called for, I think it's called for American Chestnut. 36 count is what I'm doing. It's going to be a big, big one. You'll notice a theme with my needle minders. I guess I should have a clip. Can you see? Can you see? Isn't that beautiful? So I did a little bit more of the border that needed to be done, and then I did these motifs. I'm starting another one. It's beautiful. It's beautiful stitching. It just makes me feel so good when I'm stitching it. Is that weird? Is that a weird thing to say? Stitching is stitching. But when you love the fabric and you love the thread and you love the pattern and it's very tactile. It's also very mental. Like I am. I can't speak highly enough about this pattern. Whether you want to do it, I don't know if there are any other stitch-alongs for it. I just know I'm doing it for the Laura big birthday sale because I knew I would be working on it a lot, and I wanted to. Laura turned 60. She's 2 months, 6 weeks basically younger than I am. She's just a kid. She's just a kid. So that was another whip that I did, and then I was on a silk kick. I'm like, okay, what can I find? I'm not going to start anything, but what can I find that I'm stitching in silk? And I thought, you know what? I just hung up Mary Clayton. Why don't I get out Mary Clayton's little fraternal twin, Sally Stansfield, which I started. I don't even know when. Let's see if we can find out when I started Sally Stansfield. Hold on. I thought I wrote start. No, I must have started Sally. I know I was working on her as of February. Did I start her in? Started. Yes, started January 9th. I started Sally Stansfield January 9th, 2021. Oh, let's look and see what fabric she's on. Shall we? Doesn't say. That's helpful. But I remember, oh yeah, that's in silk. So this is what I did last night, and I still have it in the frame because I'm working on her later when I'm finished filming. And this is Alexander Hamilton, Melissa in Idaho, sent to me. So what have I done last night? I did the steps, and I did the window things. What do you call them? The lines, the straight lines to make the panes, and the door. And then I started on this little doodad up here, which is this guy. And I thought, well, maybe I can finish this in February, but look at the border. If you notice from Peacocks, I'm trying to just do the border with, I'm trying to do a page at a time, rather than, just the house and then wait for the border. Or, I Am No Bird, I did the whole border with the people, but not the house. So, does that make sense, trying to mix it up so that I don't get sick of one part? I think a lot of you do that. And I want to be just like you. Oh, someone's scratching at the door. Who is it? We have the door closed because Scott's in the next room. Hello, Hamilton. What are you doing? Do you want to say hi to FLOSSTUBE? I think she needs to use the potty. Some of you noticed that this is also Hamilton's potty room. Oh, you want to come here? I swear, she's been nicer to me since I was diagnosed with my tumor in August. She feels sorry for me. Oh, she's sitting at the window. Don't worry, don't fret. We will have, I'm putting this away. We will have Hamilton video. It will be edited together with everything else. All right. I'm sorry for blowing my nose. It's just runny. What are you gonna do? I always get so tired of talking. It doesn't seem like it, right? It seems like I never get tired of talking because I talk a lot. I'm gonna shut the door. Scott's watching soccer. And now Hamilton's gonna, oh no, she doesn't notice the door's shut. Okay. Hi, Hammy, it's okay. It's all right. I am going to now show you what I thought I had right here. Stitchy Kindness. Hold on.